So that was definitely a 0 out of 10. I would say do not recommend, but you're going to have to take it. So.
Don't close your eyes to get away. Just make my line and I'll arrange it. Beautiful, girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne.
It's Simone back with another video, and today I'm just going to be discussing my sophomore year at North Carolina A&T. Start over. The illustrious North Carolina A&T State University, okay? But anyways, okay, so I'm gonna start. I have like some stuff wrote down, like the order I'm gonna go in right in my sophomore year at A&T. So I'm gonna just start with a little prelude, I guess you can say. So y'all know, since I'm a sophomore, that means my freshman year was basically during like when COVID, not like when COVID first begun, but like it was still deep in COVID. And I stayed home for my freshman year. And all my classes were online. I mean, not in line, online. And it was just, I still felt like I was in high school. Like, I always tell people, I feel like this year was my freshman year. Not even gonna cap. Like, this year was definitely my freshman year of college. Because, you know, I got my apartment. I haven't stayed on campus. The only time I stayed on campus was when I was in Upper Bound. But that was high school, like the little summer program. But yeah, so like it was just kind of like tough last year, freshman year. So this is my true first year of college. That's what we're just gonna say. We're just gonna say that. But I'm gonna start with classes. So I would have to say, okay, my first semester classes, I had physics, I had physics. Y'all, let me get my iPad. I had to pull up my transcript because I kind of forgot what I took. So, fall 2021, I took ICN 246, 351, math 351, physics 2, basically, and the physics lab, and then Spanish. So, my industrial engineering class, 246, was definitely, it was chill. Like, I always have the same professor for those classes, and he's really nice. Like, he's very understanding. If you need more time on assignments, he's more willing to do that as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, and he sees that you're putting in the effort, you know. His name is Professor 1 Year. So if you're thinking about doing industrial engineering, we have some great professors for our major solely. Now, when I get into the other part, you'll see. But math, I took linear algebra. To me, personally, that was the hardest course. It's definitely in the top 3 hardest courses, I would say, because number one, my professor was okay-ish. I had Professor Red, I think. And, I mean, he was a good teacher, but I don't know. Like, it was just something off. It was just, that's like, if you're going into industrial engineering, that's one of your tougher courses because it's just so tedious. Like, it's so tedious. But that class, it's like in the middle. I'll say it's in the middle. So if I had to give my industrial engineering class a rating, I would give that a 10 out of 10. Math a 6 out of 10. Math 351. 6 out of 10, and then my physics class 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10. And it's like, okay, so in high school I never took physics. Like, I've never taken a physics class till I got to college. So, you know, it's brand new to me. I expect my professor to kind of like break stuff down a little bit more. She kind of already like expected us to know some of that stuff, which is not uncommon with professors. Like, but yeah, she was just, and then she was like a foreign professor. Not saying that I have anything against it, but oftentimes with foreign professors, they're kind of hard to understand. So yeah, and like she just didn't teach well. I felt like I was teaching myself. Like, and I'm not gonna cap. Like, after a while, I kind of gave up. I'm not gonna say I necessarily gave up, but like, I mean, let's see what I got. I got my transcript up. I I got an A- in the class. It's just like I had to finagle, you know, my way out in that class. So definitely, I haven't heard of a good physics professor yet. Like, so I forgot her name. It's a woman. It was hard to say her name. Both of my physics professors I had, it was hard to say their names, but yeah. So that was definitely a 0 out of 10. I would say do not recommend, but you're going to have to take it. So, sorry, if you're an engineer, regardless. Like, whatever engineer, you're going to take physics. Moving on. So, my physics lab. Okay, so it was very unorganized at first. Like, I'm not going to say the whole time it was unorganized, but at first, like, they switched our lab professor out for somebody else, and he was like, I don't know what's going on at one point, and it was just like, he's confused, we're confused, why are we both confused? Like, no. So, but I mean, it wasn't too hard, and I feel like he kind of gave us some leeway because he didn't really know what was going on. I'll give it it's definitely better than physics, but it's not up there with math. I give math a 6 out of 10, so I give physics lab a 5 out of 10. I'm like, it's not, I don't feel like, it's like in the middle. I kind of BS my way a little bit through that too, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah. So Spanish, my Spanish class, I always love my Spanish classes. I have the same professor for my Spanish classes. He's wonderful. I really only think there's one professor, Professor Bravo. He is, you know, he's amazing. He's understanding and stuff. The class size is always small because you really don't have a lot of people taking Spanish after Spanish 1 and 2. I got the bypass Spanish 1 and 2, I think. Yeah, I bypassed Spanish 1 and 2 because if you don't know, I went to a Spanish immersion elementary school, middle school, and then I took Spanish in high school, but it kind of like, high school Spanish, I didn't really have a good experience with my teacher and stuff like that. So like, I know, like, I can understand Spanish still very well, so I didn't feel like I need to go through elementary Spanish, and I think I went to like intermediate Spanish. I think that's the third one. But I took by the time I took this Spanish in the fall, that was my third Spanish, I think. Yeah, it was my third Spanish semester. How many people did we have in our class? We had like maybe 5 people in our Spanish class. It's never over 10 people. It's probably not even 8 in there. Like, it's literally a small class size. But I would have to give that class a 10 out of 10. Like, I literally can't complain. Like, I got an A in that class. So, yeah, 10 out of 10. So, I got all A's throughout that semester except for in linear algebra. I got a B. So, that semester alone, I would rate I'll have to give that semester a 7 out of 10 just because of my physics classes and that linear algebra class. Like, what I said, 7 or 6. I think it should be a 6 out of 10. Like, only thing saving it is my Spanish class and my industrial engineering classes, to be honest. Like, but definitely lost some points on physics in that math class. Moving on to spring 2022, what I just finished. So I took another industrial engineering class. It was industrial engineering 255. It was my methods engineering class. That class I will give a 8 out of 10, I should say. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Just because still I had the same professor as last fall semester. It was just that the class was a little bit more harder, a little bit more complex, but I definitely feel like I could have used some of that stuff towards my career. Like, honestly, it's just a little bit tougher, so that's why I lost some points. But it was a good class. My industrial 286 class was, I would say, my industrial engineering class 286, I give that class a 9 out of 10. It was an easy class. It's just that. So I'm gonna say an 8 out of 10 because she low-key messed up my grade, but she had to fix it. But it was an easy class. It's just like the professor, she's very, very sweet, but she's like very old school. So yeah, so, and I'm just gonna leave it there. So Cal I took Calculus 3 this past semester. I'm gonna give that class a 7 out of 10. Professor was wonderful. Like when I needed extension on stuff, even the tests, like this, and that class was asynchronous, so I did it all online. Like we didn't have a meeting time or anything. I would just say the class was a little bit tougher. I honestly BS my way through that class too. I was ready to get my prereqs over with, so I'm gonna give it what I say, a 7. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It really deserves a 9 out of 10, honestly, but an 8.5 out of 10. I had Professor Ling, I think. Okay, moving on to material science. Okay, so this class was really weird. We had 2 different professors. We had one professor before spring break and one professor after spring break. The first professor was wonderful. His PowerPoints were straightforward. His tests, quizzes were, well, he didn't have quizzes. We had one, did we have a quiz? No. We had homeworks in that one test. So the homeworks were pretty straightforward. Like you get your answers straight from the PowerPoint. Like it was really straightforward. The test was really easy. I got an A on the test. Definitely he did his thing. I'm gonna rate both parts separately, I think. So that I'm gonna say that was a 10 out of 10 because he was really nice and he was straightforward. Now, the second part, that first day I was like, I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody. I don't know. He was foreign too, but I don't know. He sounded Russian. When I tell you, me and my classmates were in there every day like, what is he saying? Like, literally, and it's not even a situation where you don't know what he's saying and you can read off the PowerPoint. The PowerPoints had a whole book on each slide, and the slides were like, it was like 70 slides. No, like, and honestly, I kind of BS my way through the second half of the class because I just kind of gave up and was like, I can't. Mentally, I can't. So I'm going to give that it's a 0 out of 10. So the class as a whole, I'm gonna have to give 7 out of 10 just because that second part made it lose points. Like that second teacher. So yeah. So just be prepared for material science. If you gotta take material science and it's still that way, just know. But yeah, moving on to Spanish. Same professors, class teaching methods were the same. 10 out of 10. Spring semester was better than fall semester. I'm gonna give it I gave fall semester a 7 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10. I can't remember, but I'll give it an 8 out of 10. My spring semester was pretty chill. Like I didn't have that many credit hours. I didn't take that many classes my spring semester, so that's why. So yeah, definitely an 8 out of 10. I give it an 8 out of 10. Okay, one of the most important things when you're on campus, I didn't even stay on campus, but I was still using that one thing, the CAF. And just the meal options, period. So we have 2 different CAFs. You have mini CAF and you have big CAF Williams. So it was like mini CAF's lunch was better, but big CAF had some good dinner. But sometimes big CAF would have some good lunch, and then mini CAF would have some bad lunch. Like it was just, you just had to catch on the right day. What saves mini CAF is the Taco Tuesdays and Fried Fish Fridays, and then some days you'd be like, oh, okay, they want to spruce it up a little bit, have something good the other days. So mini CAF, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Williams, I'm just gonna give it a 5 out of 10 just because I didn't go that much, and when I did go, it wasn't all that great. I mean, I remember one time for around Thanksgiving time, we were about to leave for Thanksgiving break. It was really good. They have like this pumpkin pie. It was so good. And they had like a whole like feast for us. It was really good. And then they had like this, if you look in one of my vlogs, if you're a real one, you probably remember when they had the little Good Burger. They had the Good Burger thing. And that burger was, if you know me, you know I love burgers. That burger was good. Like, So that saves it. So yeah, it gets a 5 out of 10 though, because that was a special occasion. They was good on special occasions. Other options like the Chick-fil-A on campus and like all that, all like the food with Sub Connection, those get, okay, what's really gonna save it is Pavo's. So I'm gonna give them a 7 out of 10. beginning of the whole sophomore year, I was really addicted to Sub Connection. Sub Connection was really, really good. I stopped going because I think I got tired of it. The Chick-fil-A, I think I've had Chick-fil-A there once and it was good. It just don't taste like regular Chick-fil-A. I don't know what it is. And I don't know, like, I don't know. So Sub Connection, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Chick-fil-A gets a 5 out of 10. Cause, you know, what are y'all doing? Pavos. If you saw me in them vlogs, I was eating Pavos at least once a week. Sometimes multiple times in the week. Get my sausage and pepperoni pizza with the olive and herb crust, boy. With some Parmesan cheese on it. Hold up. With my fruit punch. My, if you know Tropicana fruit punch, I'm just gonna leave it there. That's where most of my meal plan money went. Like, I didn't get a full meal plan. I got like $500 in dining dollars. So, yeah. Definitely, yeah. Y'all do y'all thing. Y'all do y'all thing over there. Qdoba, I had it once, but no. Don't go there. 0 out of 10. If you love it, then your taste buds must be used to that. 0 out of 10. That's all, like, that's all the food options that we have on campus, so yeah. Okay, overall, the food at A&T gets a 6.5 out of 10. I was gonna give it a 7, but it don't really deserve a 7. But it's like, it's a little bit better than 6. But is it though? Like, we just gonna stick with a 6.5. Okay, so last but not least, another important factor when you are, I'm not gonna say it's because you know you're going to school to study, but you wanna have fun too. So the fun aspect of campus. So I can only speak from a person who is not directly on campus. I mean, I live 5 minutes from campus, like, but the experience is different from when you are living off campus and when you are on campus. So this is from a perspective of a sophomore living off campus. Okay, so GHO was straight. I mean, it's not how it used to be, because y'all know I'm from Greensboro, so I ain't go to the party and stuff, you know, I was too young, but I would definitely be on campus, feeling vibes for real. It was not, like, literally the whole campus used to be filled up. Like, I remember walking, like, we were walking through, me and my friends walking through somewhere, and you like shoulder to shoulder. We're outside, by the way, shoulder to shoulder. It wasn't like that each year. The game was booty. We lost, and it started raining. The hype wasn't there. It was very much depressing, like sad. Parties off campus was all right. I remember like I had a few parties that I was like, no, like it wasn't giving for me. That's another aspect of it. I guess, okay, like on campus events they would have for us during GHO. So the concert, definitely, I give it a 10 out of 10. Like, I don't know about everybody else. Like, a lot of people was complaining about the people we had. We had Moneybagg Yo, Roddy Ricch, the Busted Girl. I missed that part. And the guy who sing, Leave Me Alone. What's his name? Kravis or something? Is that him? I don't know. TK Kravis? Maybe that's him. Is that him? I don't know. Oh, and Ty Dolla $ign. I listened to Ty Dolla $ign, Roddy Ricch, like the main people who were like kind of headlining it, Roddy Ricch and Moneybagg Yo and Ty Dolla $ign. Like, they had good performances. Like, I had a good time. People were complaining like, oh, we could have better, but if you ask me, that's pretty good for a concert coming out of COVID when we didn't even have a homecoming last year, you know. So we had we got our tickets together, and then I was with my friend Tabaya and Tamara. They got their tickets together. They had basically like third row, like they was in the third row from the front. I don't know if y'all go back to the GHO vlog. I don't know, I think it's like part 2 or part 1, one of those. We were like really close. Me and Nah wasn't supposed to be that close to the stage, but somehow I don't know, we went to go sit with Tabaya and Tamira. They were in the right places, but we was like, oh, we're gonna go sit by them because we just gonna see if we can sneak right past real quick. It wasn't really no real security for real. It was like a little bit of security. Like, it was security, but they weren't really caring about where you sit until somebody come up and say, oh, these are my seats, then they're gonna tell you to move. So we were scared somebody was gonna come and claim the seats and be like, oh, da-da-da. But we was good the whole time. So a little game night outside, that gets a 4 out of 10 because it was too cold and it just wasn't given for me. I tried to make the best out of the situation. It's not the best. And you know, it was straight. It was really, I like the idea. I think that would have been better if it was during the Aggie Fest because it was warmer outside. So yeah. The step show was really good. That gets a 10 out of 10. The fashion show was a 10 out of 10. That started Jiho off, and it was a 10 out of 10. So definitely that. So Jiho gets an 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10. We'll give it a 7 out of 10. Aggie Fest gets a 5 out of 10. I don't even know like I just said, if my rating is valid, but I did hear like people who like didn't get COVID or sick and stuff, and they got to live out their full Aggie Fest. They said it wasn't nothing like it should have been. Like it should have definitely been more hype. I didn't really get to go to much because I got sick Tuesday, I think. Tuesday or Wednesday. So Aggie Fest is 5 out of 10 for me. Sorry. I didn't get to enjoy it like I should have, but hey. Okay, so I will give my overall sophomore year at North Carolina A&T State University a 7 out of 10. Like low-key, it might need to be a little bit lower. Some stuff could have definitely been better. Some of that stuff was definitely like my fault. Some of the stuff was just like I put myself out there and it just did not get it, you know. But you know, I definitely think it's a lot of people who out there who just do not like A&T. And honey, I'm a ride for my school. I hear Aggie Pride from a mile away, I'm gonna yell it back. Like, definitely, I'm one of those. But I love my school, wouldn't trade it for the world, no matter how much of the ghetto-ness they be doing. I love my school. I love my HBCU. Wouldn't have it any other way. But thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You right there, I'm not talking to the people who are subscribed, but you right there, you're not subscribed, and I know you're not subscribed. Look at me trying to be funny. Okay, yeah, you right there, I know you're not subscribed, so you need to subscribe ASAP. Just ASAP. But we about to go up this summer. Just like comment below. I don't care who you are in the world. Like you can be, I don't know, like I don't care. Anybody, all of my subscribers, if you're not subscribed, comment down below. What videos do y'all want to see this summer? It could be anything. It can be any challenges, any type of hair tutorial. I want a hair tutorial on this. Like, do you want a get ready with me? Do you want me to rate a fun place that's in town, out of town? Y'all want me to go travel and show y'all some stuff from there and give y'all a rating? Like, I do have an idea in mind, but I'm not gonna tell y'all about that yet because I'm gonna fill it out first. But just let me know what y'all want to see, because I really want y'all to enjoy my content. I want y'all to have fun with me, you know. I don't want y'all to just be looking at vlogs. I'm gonna continue to do my vlogs. I want to do other stuff this summer, you know. Y'all feel me? So yeah, just let me know. Just please comment down below. If you don't comment, but just I'm gonna give you about 5 seconds to find your way to the like button and then to the comments.
A few moments later.
But thank y'all for watching again. This is my 3rd time saying it, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye.
All I'm drinking is champagne.